Okay, let's take a walk around this 1967, it's very early actually, Rover P5B, V8 in Bordeaux red, maroon basically, with I think buckskin leather they call this one, possibly tan, you decide for yourself, but it's a fairly light colour. The normal Ross style wheels, lots of chrome, this one's got a tow bar on it, but aside from that it's standard specification car. Chrome Ross stars. Let's look at it from the front end. Important thing on these is that the chrome is good actually, and then largely this one is certainly all complete and all there. Seems to be a very original car actually. You can see it's had various bits of work over the years, especially around the rear arches and things, but overall let's look at it from here. It's got some watermarks on it at the minute, but there's a big chip just there on the bonnet. A couple of minor blemishes, another one there, just in the bonnet paint. But overall, if it's had a repaint at any point in its life, it's been done some years ago, shall we say. The front bumper chrome is very good indeed, although the near side front overrider is slightly dented. Just you can see where my foot is, just pushed in at the top there. But aside from that, the front end is really rather good. Looking down the near side, it all looks remarkably straight and true down there. Let's carry on around. Near side front wing, there's a little bit of paint cracking just around the wing mirror fitment area, and a blemish just there that's been touched in at some point. But that's about it. Screen on the near side is fine, no problems there. Roof is good as well. Near side door is nice, apart from I can see it's just starting to bulge slightly down the bottom here. It's got a bubble of rust just there, which is bulged up a little bit, but the fit is quite nice. Looking inside, as I say, I don't know if that interior colour, I can't remember if it's buckskin or if it's light, whatever. So the stitching on the edge of the passenger seat here has failed. A competent trimmer will be able to sort that out. That side has gone very slightly, but it's still there for the most part. The floor mats on this side are fine, but on the driver's side I think really needs replacing. The footwell carpet. All the interior is all quite nice and all present and correct. It's just looking its age a little bit really. There's obviously sort of watermarks down there and stuff, just from where the damp's getting in. The Furflex trim isn't brilliant on the doors, and some of the wood, like here around the clock, as you may be able to see, has lost a bit of its lacquer. But overall, headline is nice. There's a small nick in the headlining just above the middle of the rear seat. All the door cards are all present and correct. That's better. Always a good door shut on these. In the back here, rear seats are quite nice. Leather could do with perhaps a bit of a feed, but it's all pretty good round there. It's got the centre armrest. This one hasn't got headrests in it though. It's obviously had some work down here on the back of the D-post and the sill area down there. I don't think I've seen many of these that haven't, in fairness. Doors all still shut quite nicely. Near side rear wing, there's a bit of bubbling just coming up around the beading here. But around the rear window it's nice, boot lid's nice. Rear bumper's pretty good actually, looks very original. Slight sort of waviness perhaps to the top surface in a couple of places, just sort of here, but the rear bumpers on these I know are a bit of a premium these days. But the chrome is pretty good on it. If it's been re-chromed, it's been done a long time ago, put it that way. As always, the Mazak on the rear light units is rubbish. Especially on the offside one, which has sort of gone a bit brown really on the top of it. Number plate panel's nice. These are just some bits of fluff from my brush. Looking at it down the offside, once again looks pretty straight and true down there. Offside rear wing is nice. That's all good up there. A little bit of bubbling just once again around the beading. Top just here. Roof good. We've got some bubbling coming up, and in fact a little bit of paint loss just here on the back of the on the front edge of the offside rear wing, and that cosmetically that's probably the worst bit of the car, sort of bubbling and cracking through the on the edge of the offside rear door skin. It's obviously had some work on it once again down around there, and the offside rear arch and sill areas. Lots of underseal and stuff down there, but that really, so just the offside rear door edge, just where it's bubbling up slightly, is the cosmetically the worst bit. Driver's door, that looks pretty good, and the fit to the offside front wing is good. Offside front wing itself is fine. Screen on the driver's side is fine. There's mastic around the top here of the chrome. I know there's a tendency to leak on these. Inside on the driver's side, as we've mentioned, it could do with a new driver's footwell carpet. These mats are quite good, and there is a carpet underneath, but it's not the right colour. So yeah, possibly a new driver's footwell carpet, which you can obviously get from Wadham's or someone similar. Door cards. I mean, this is now what, 42-year-old car. Condition is a lot better than it's got any cause to expect, really. Nice. A little bit of bubbling just up here on the roof under the paint, but yeah, pleasant old P5 this, and it drives beautifully. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353 or in the office on 0118 946 3352 if you've got any issues or queries with regard to this rather lovely Rover P5B. End.